And I'm encouraging you to listen to more, not less, of Truth Time with Dr. Cornel West and Senator Nina Turner on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
There is no way to teach love. And if you teach love and somebody becomes trained under your teachings, he may go to Hollywood and may become an actor, but he will never become a lover. Your very teaching, your very discipline will be the barrier. So I say, I don't teach religion. Religion is something that passes through heart to heart, not through head to head. The moment religion passes through head to head, it becomes theology. It is no more religion. I compare it with love because that is the...
I love him. But he didn't have to whistle like that. But that's the homie Osho. I don't know if you guys are hip to Osho's work, but he's a very interesting figure. But he said something that was quite profound. We live in a society that has identified love as a verb, right? People are focused on love being an act of doing something, an act, so to speak. And it's unfortunate. He said it's love is not something that is head to head. It is heart to heart. Now, what's interesting about tonight's topic, and the reason why Osho plays such a prominent role in tonight's topic, is because, you know, folk been asking me, like, why do we go back to something we know, right? Well, why do we go back to a toxic norm over a piece that is unknown to us. Many times you hear people say, oh, the good guy or the guy that was best for a person or a woman was rejected, or, the person went back to somebody that was toxic, right? And I think it's important that we dive deep into this concept tonight. The reason being is because I think people still don't get it, right? We live in a society that is technologically driven. Technology is governed by the scientific method. Even our schools of thought, such as psychology, ruled by the scientific method. And wherever there's a scientific method, there will be a linear approach that leads to specific outcomes. This is why the love is a verb concept is such a widely agreed upon concept. But tonight's topic is designed to rip that thing apart. Tonight's topic: why do many only see the beast in you while ignoring the peace in you? Recycling familiar toxic norms over healing unknowns. Why do we prefer the familiar, even if it's toxic? I want to know that question. And there are many people out there who, if they were honest, they would acknowledge that a toxic norm is preferable. Now, some people say, Zoe, you're going too far. You're pushing it too far. People say they want to heal. But let me tell you something. Healing is a radical deconstruction of who you think you are currently. And when you get into this deconstruction phase, you're going to run into your ego. And one thing about the ego is the ego does not want to do anything or participate in anything that requires its annihilation. Your sense of self is built on the toxicity you avoid. What do you mean I avoid? Yeah, within you. That's why so much is put on the partner to show up right. So much is put on the partner. They got to be this way. They got to be that way. So I don't have to do anything. Do you see? This is real talk tonight. The beast you feed will inevitably devour the peace you need. Let me say it again. The beast you feed will inevitably devour the peace you need. We chain ourselves to familiar hells because our brains mistake toxicity for oxygen. Trauma bonds chemically mirror divine connection. Dopamine addicted to chaos. Spirituality becomes the ultimate gaslight. Check out Rumi's works on barriers and how they justify avoidant hearts. According to Dr. David R. Hawkins, he talks about the vibrations of shame and rage being transformed into silence. Your beast isn't wildness. It's the cowardice clinging to inherited pain. Oh, gosh. I don't want to let it go because it's a part of who I think I am. It justifies my victimhood. Right? Sometimes we romanticize suffering as a form of loyalty, compatibility, and connection. True peace, for many of us, it deeply terrifies us. It demands the annihilation of the stories that birthed and molded us. Society rewards victimhood-minded martyrs, not rebels who strive to tame their inner beast. Here's the rub. What you call self is really just Stockholm syndrome of the soul. Stockholm syndrome of the soul, of the shadow, of the unrequited wounds. Do you understand? When you ignore a wound, you imprison yourself and you crystallize a victimhood mindset. Because somebody else got to show up right in order for the relationship to be right. We go back to familiar hells because the heat brings warmth. The hell is toxic. Hell is supposed to be a hospital for the soul. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready to choose unknown serenity over rehearsed agony. Isn't healing. It's treason against everything you've been taught to worship. The revolution begins when you stop conflating familiarity with safety. Do you understand? We've outsourced inner peace for outer quiet, for outer compliance, for outer capitulation. Listen, this is not how this is supposed to work. Do you understand? You'll go back to a toxic norm if they agree to your conditional forgiveness stipulations. Changed behavior might be a new way to perform. Ooh, I know you don't want to hear it put that way. Somebody come in here. Somebody call me. 1-800-920-1580. Somebody meme it. Changed behavior might be an updated, upgraded performance in order to seem like a change has been made. No, that's just halftime adjustments. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Evolutionary betrayal. Why your brain hardwires trauma bonds as survival mechanisms. Disorganized attachment patterns, according to John Bowlby, replicate childhood survival strategies, mistaking abuse for care. According to Nietzsche, his concept, will to power, inverted subjugation, becomes a perverse assertion of agency in the powerlessness of an individual. Soul contracts, according to Courtney Jones, reinterpreted as karmic reenactments of ancestral suffering. It's happening in your relationship today. This is why you're going back to familiar hells. This is why you're going back to the hell fire that brings some kind of warmth. Maybe the warmth makes you feel like you're alive. 1-800-920-1580. According to fMRI studies, they show trauma bonding activates the same neural pathways as opioid addiction. You've become a master manipulator because you know how to get your fix. You use your body, you use your beauty, you use your intellect, you use your cleverness, you use it all to manipulate and try to control and maneuver the situation to where you can get the optimum level of supply. Do you see? I know what I want and I know it's toxic, but this time around, I'm going to get what's owed to me. I'm going to get what I deserve. Sacred sabotage, self-sabotage. It's sacred now. How spirituality gaslights victims into tolerating abuse. Spiritual bypassing. There's a lesson here. I'm here for the lesson. Ooh.
Spiritual bypassing. John Wellwood pathologizes healthy anger as low vibration. Sometimes it's okay to be righteously indignant when disrespected. 1-800-920-1580. Why do you keep going back? Remember the lesson, forget the person. Right? The lesson was designed to grow you up spiritually. The lesson was designed to reveal you to you so you can claim the parts of you that you are ashamed of. Remember the lesson. Forget the person. The person was only a mirror of a neglected lesson. That's what they were there for. That's why they came into your life. According to Soren Kierkegaard, his concept of leap of faith, it is weaponized to justify enduring toxic relationships as divine tests. Everything is a test. And it becomes evil when you neglect the test. You embrace the test, and you understand that the test is not about the person. The test is about you. Do you see? According to Dr. David R. Hawking's scale of consciousness, if it's misapplied to shame, those prioritizing boundaries over transcendence. Here's the empirical piece of that. 72% of cult survivors report initial attraction to groups framing the group's framing of exploitation as enlightenment. That's Blackmore. Blackmore. Do you hear what I'm saying? Why is it that we are attracted, right, to toxic people? Do we remember our early upbringing? Who are we afraid to call toxic from that environment? Did you look up to a toxic parent? Did you model a toxic parent? I'm just interested to know why you keep going back to that genetic curse. Epigenetic addiction to ancestral suffering. Repetition compulsion, according to Freud, as inherited trauma imprinted via DNA methylation. Bill Lipton. I'm just interested. Why do you keep going back? What about that familiar toxicity makes you feel like you're at home? See, you'd rather accept the beast in me because it's familiar than the peace in me because peace is unknown to you. You're a quiet farmer. You're always cultivating quietude because you don't know how to get still inwardly and be at peace. Peace is a higher level of acceptance without judgment. Do you understand? Peace is a higher level of contentment without judgment. You can't stop judging your damn self, let alone your partner. When we come forward, the voice of reason will continue to cook up this bonfire. It's Monday. It's my birthday week. Friday is my birthday. Saturday, don't forget, the Miracle Theater. Go get your tickets now. The remaining tickets that are left, go get them now. Because this Friday, your brother and Ray Grady, we're going to cook up something special at the Miracle Theater.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. You ready?
Somebody make some noise in this joint.
KBLA
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates its 4th anniversary this year on Juneteenth.
Here we go again.
Hard to believe 4 years has gone by so fast.
Oh my God.
But here we are, still standing, still loving and serving our people as best we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
To celebrate our 4th anniversary, we have 4 big events, and you're invited to all of them.
She got a lot to say. Let's do this.
Let's get it on! On Wednesday, June 18th, we go live on C-SPAN for the 2nd consecutive year with our Climate Justice Plus Black Health Symposium. Tavis Smiley will moderate an all-star panel of thinkers and influencers as we continue our vitally important climate justice work.
Hey, Tavis Smiley, talk about.
On Thursday, June 19th, you're invited to join us as we celebrate Juneteenth and our 4th anniversary. There will be plenty of food, fun, great music, good vibes, and all of your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts will be there.
Yeah, man.
Flip the beat. On Saturday, June 21st, there are 2 big events you're invited to attend.
I can't wait to hear it.
This year, KBLA Talk 1580 continues its annual partnership with the Empowerment Congress for a community celebration and dialogue to educate, engage, and empower. This year's theme is resilience in the face of chaos.
Can't wait to see what's up next.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
And new this year is our State of Black Women in Los Angeles Symposium, moderated by Dominique DePrima, with a luncheon to follow. Dominique will be leading a dialogue with some of the most impactful Black women leaders in Los Angeles, and you're invited to join.
This is it.
All of these events are free, but seating is limited, so you must register in advance at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can find all the details you need about each event.
Check it out.
It's our 4th anniversary, and we would love to celebrate it with you.
I love you guys so much. There's nothing you can do about it.
We're KBLA Talk 1580.
The only black talk radio station west of the Mississippi.
Thank you for having our black.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
Love you. Love you.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cow Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
God got you here for a reason. Everything you've been through is for a reason. It's for a reason, baby. You're supposed to share your testimony. 4-4. What's unconditional love? You are loved by many people. I'm picking up people only see the beast in you, not so much the beauty. I feel like you're physically attractive, but they don't really see the beauty of your soul for real. A lot of these people can't see. They don't have spiritual sight. But those who know, they know, okay? Yeah, chaos and conflict. Like I felt, they only see the beast in you. They don't see the peace in you. What I said, they see the beast. They see what they want to see. People see what they want to see. It's sad because it's like they will miss out on a good person just by judging you. Where you come from, how you may speak. Some of y'all ain't even got nowhere to live right now. Some of y'all don't even have a vehicle or something. And it's like people just judging you, treating you all up, and they don't even know that you got to be up. They don't even know it, but you're still putting in work. It's like, whether you just settled in a new home, you're about to get a new home, you're transitioning from one place to another, whatever this is.
Man, these videos, these clips be driving me crazy. I'm hearing it when you hear it. What was that lady? Was that lady a reader or something, Andy? I heard the cards flipping. What in the world? Hey, we gonna get all of the message out. That's what's gonna happen. Yo, we gonna get all of the message out. Why do we go back to familiar patterns? If we keep in mind the works of Joseph Campbell, hero of 1,000 faces, what did he say that was so profound about the hero's journey? He broke down the hero's journey, and there's several stops in the hero's journey. Meeting a mentor. Well, first off, heeding the call. The call is an initiation to leave home. Right? But in this clockwise progression that Joseph Campbell put together, you go through a lot of things, to the point where the ego that was constructed at home gets annihilated, is destroyed. There's literally a death in his process. And you see it in the movies, because most superhero movies use, right, the hero's journey. Think Superman dies. Think Neo dies. Think Batman's back is broken by Bane and literally thrown into a jail and has to heal himself and pull himself out. The hero goes through a transformative process. But by the time you come home, you're supposed to be more than you were when you left because of what you went through in your journey. This is life, but many of us have a failure to launch, and we go back to the familiar. Why is that the case? When I come forward, the voice of reason, going to the phone lines, I want to hear your opinion. Why is the beast in me so attractive and more attractive than the peace in me? We'll find out.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump is calling for an investigation into celebrities who backed Kamala Harris in the 2024 election, claiming they were paid under the guise of entertainment.
Look, he is speaking about Taylor Swift's political views and how perhaps it has impacted the support of the American public for her work, and I will leave it at that.
That's White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt today responding to a question about Trump's comment. Harris's campaign featured stars like Beyonce and Oprah, though Oprah says she was not paid. Black Maryland Governor Wes Moore has vetoed a bill to create a state reparations commission, saying it's time for action, not more studies. The state's first black governor pointed to existing efforts to close racial wealth gaps. And the Obamas are sending prayers to President Biden after news broke that he's battling advanced prostate cancer. Barack and Michelle Obama say they're thinking of the Biden family and hoping for a full recovery. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
The revolution will not be televised.
What's up? It is Killer Mike, also known as Michael Render, and I'm encouraging you to listen to more, not less of Truth Time with Dr. Cornel West and Senator Nina Turner on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Comedy Connection series featuring KBLA's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, and the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady. We're going to transform relationship disasters into stand-up material live at Inglewood's Miracle Theater on May 31st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My clinical team will disclose all of your dating woes, while the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady, has hand-selected supremely talented comedians to roast all of our tragic relationship choices. I dare you to bring your ex's phone number, because Ray, he's going to text it live, and the crowd will be sourcing emojis. Tickets are moving swiftly, so don't hesitate to grab yours at themiracleinglewood.com before I diagnose your dating history as a pre-existing condition.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams.
Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
One of the tragic things I think about men's experience is that you know some men that experience a lot of pain a lot of the time, right? A lot of emotional pain. The thing that preoccupies them the most is their wound. Sometimes in the Mankind Project, we call it wound worship. And the sad thing is that a man who has a lot of emotional pain has huge lover capacities, huge lover potentials. And the sad thing is he has not been aided yet to have the containment of these archetypes, these other archetypes, so that he can actually enjoy the power of his heart. This is the kind of person, you know, that when they walk in a room, they feel everybody's pain. And there are a lot of people who are simply receivers for awareness of pain, themselves and others. A lot of the time, these persons will have a lot of physical pain in their body, chronic physical pain in the body. And so I like to work with trying to help people see the strengths of what they have in their organization. So, you know, I have a lover guy come to see me. I'll start immediately reframing the degree to which he can experience his pain in others, because that is an achievement. It's just that it's a capacity that he's not yet integrated as a male self enough to be able to really enjoy to the fullest. But it is possible for him to do so.
Man, that resonated with me. I don't know if it resonated with you, but that resonated with me. When he talks about it, he isn't integrated enough to be himself. Do you know that many of us are not ourselves? We are our masks. You are not a fully functioning being, self-aware being, until you start the integration process, the individuation process. Listen, it's basic. If you don't do it, you tend to be a manipulator. Why? Because you're hiding behind a mask. The mask has entropy and obsolescence built into it. What does that mean? That means it's going to break down over time. So what do you have to do? You spend most of your time maintaining the mask, looking the part instead of being the part. Do you understand? Becoming the part. Do you see? This is why the broken past for many people is so enticing because you know the terrain. Do you see? What are some signs that your tendency to suppress is overpowering your inner beast and causing disharmony within yourself? Is your lack of inner authority the culprit behind you holding on to falsehoods and outdated belief systems that fall in line with your codependent origin stories? I just want to know, why do you go back to a broken pattern just because you understand its topography? True or false? Being too much or not enough is a false narrative created as a self-tamer for your inner beast. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready. Agree or disagree. Taming yourself only serves to bring a false sense of security and external quiet to others who seek to control the outcome of you, meaning how you show up for them. Right? Outcome levels. Right? OCL, outcome levels. Listen, this relationship isn't worth it unless I get the outcome that I desire. 1-800-920-1580. I want to know your thoughts. If trauma bonding creates neural pathways mimicking soul connections, how might one distinguish spiritual intimacy from biochemical Stockholm syndrome? This is real talk tonight. Why do you go back? Do you understand enough about a relationship? Just because you have the power to get in one doesn't mean you thoroughly understand what it is and what it is for. Or yourself, for that matter. Many of us don't even understand ourselves. We don't know how a relationship applies to us. Right? I could say all day in America, relationship is a mirror designed to reveal you to you for the benefit of you, so long as you claim the reflections that come back to you. When does self-sacrifice become a form of self-betrayal? And how might this correlate with Carl Rogers' concept of conditions of worth? Can suppressing the inner beast, per Carl Jung's shadow work, paradoxically amplify codependency by outsourcing emotional regulation to others? Gosh. Have you ever thought maybe I'm conducting my own humiliation ritual by going back to a broken pattern? 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. I want to get them in here. John from Mountain View just joined the fray. John, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Greetings and blessings, chat, and those within the sound of my voice. I will be very brief and quick because I have questions first.
Okay, let's go.
The first question is, would this be a result of the haloing, mirroring, and everything else that starts at the beginning of a relationship? 9 times out of 10, it's monkey mind that started it.
Ooh, you want to answer to that?
Yeah.
Oh, let me give it to you. And many people are probably not going to like it, John. But I got to tear the Band-Aid off. Most of us are downright liars, which is why there is an enhancement bias at the beginning, the 18-month period. We're walking on eggshells in the beginning. Why? Because we're uncomfortable being our true selves. Why are we uncomfortable being our true selves? Because we've never accepted our own shadow. We've never done individuation work. So guess what we do? We tolerate more. We aggrandize the good qualities and we minimize the negative qualities that are inherently showing in that person. The fact that there is an enhancement bias means we're liars. Straight up and down, no special effects. We are lying. And we have a desire to get what this unhealed wound has been begging for. We think that person can give it to us. So you know what? We're on our best behavior for 18 months. Now, isn't that a shame?
18 months or 11 years come Diddy and Cassie. Is that the whole presidential spectrum of Barack and Michelle?
What do you mean?
Again, Michelle gets on there, and I don't remember her saying a single good word towards her husband since she's got the podcast.
I haven't seen the podcast, but I have seen many times where Michelle has bigged up Barack, has shown him love, appreciation, approval, acknowledgement, acceptance. I've seen that. So I don't know.
That was the show, sir. That was the show. That was the politics of politics.
Interesting. I have to see the show in order to get, maybe you could send me a clip. I know we follow each other on Instagram. We brothers. So send me the clip, because I definitely want to investigate the point that you're making about Michelle. That's very interesting. Are you saying they have a public persona and a not so public reality that we don't know about, that we know maybe very little about? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the thing that brings about the difference in me is with her husband, it's this voice. With her brother, it's a different one. I'm confused.
Well, maybe it's not the same voice because it's a different kind of love, meaning a love for your husband and a love for your brother, two different expressions of the same love. Maybe it's that.
So you mean to tell me women too perform?
Maybe it's not a performance, though. Maybe it's literally a brotherly love versus the love she has for her husband. And maybe some of that love that she has for her husband is not for public consumption.
Well, okay, we're not going to say, what sexual positions they're in, no. But at the same time,
I mean,
again,
sometimes
if we're talking about something as simple as the voice that she has that does not shun, hide, or is not behind no shield, i.e., almost as if she not only knows her demon, she's been holding the chain of that joker for this long. And now she's let that joker loose.
But this is what I'm asking you. Now I got to ask you directly. Are you saying she doesn't really love her husband? Is that what you're picking up? Are you saying she's performing being down with him? Is that what you're saying?
No, you already answered the question. It's just I needed to be said on the radio. We all lie.
Oh, yeah.
we all lie. It's all this dance. It's all this. Yes, I've said it before in my own life. Life is like a dance. In order to keep in step, you got to let the music play.
But this is where
who's playing the music?
But Brother John, this is where the real rubber meets the road. If we're talking about Michelle and Barack, we're assuming, we're speculating, because we are not in their position. The only way this truth holds any weight is when we're talking about ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Do you see? That's when this truth holds the most weight. From my vantage point, I think Barack and Michelle love each other like any other married couple that have been together that long, that have seen that much success, that seem to be pretty together despite being famous, globally famous, successful, because, sometimes money and fame and all of that stuff works against the relationship. They seem to be in a pretty solid position from my perspective. But because I don't have boots on the ground in their relationship, so to speak, I can't really speak to it. But what I can speak to is the truth that I have a direct connection to. And that's my relationships and how I show up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Totally, sir.
Man, you already know, brother. I love you, man. Guess what you just did?
Love you more, big bro. Mountain View's in the house.
Mountain View is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from the phone lines.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
no warrant, no key, privacy. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside. Don't say a thing. Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I wonder if you ever noticed our minds are very rarely very quiet. Silent. Having no problems, or having problems, putting them aside for a while, and having a free mind, a mind that's not cluttered, a mind that's not stretching out, not seeking anything, but absolutely quiet, silent, and perhaps observing not only what is happening in the world, but also what is happening in the inner world, in the world of one's own existence, one's own attitudes, travails, just to observe. I wonder if one has ever done this kind of thing. Or we're always seeking, searching, asking, analyzing, demanding, trying to fulfill, trying to follow somebody, some ideal, and so on. Or try to establish a good relationship with another. I wonder why there's this constant struggle and strife and seeking. One goes to India, I don't know why, seeking something extraordinary that's going to happen when you go down to that country. Follow somebody who tells you to dance, to sing, to do whatever you want. And there are those who try to force you to meditate in a certain fashion, accept authority, do certain rituals, shout when you like, and so on. Why are we all doing this? What is our everlasting thirst? What is it that we are seeking?
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump is calling for an investigation into celebrities who backed Kamala Harris in the 2024 election, claiming they were paid under the guise of entertainment.
Look, he is speaking about Taylor Swift's political views and how perhaps it has impacted the support of the American public for her work, and I will leave it at that.
That's White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt today.